Happy Wednesday. Okay, first thing, The Unbeatable Squirrel Girl #4 is the greatest single issue I have ever read of anything, ever. So if you're not already reading The Unbeatable Squirrel Girl, you need to get down to your local comic shop right now and pick this up because it's incredible, so funny, so ridiculously funny. But that's not the comic that I'm reading this week. This week's comic is DC's Convergence. Of course it is. I will be milking this cow until it runs dry. Wonder Woman! She's all covered in blood and surrounded by weird cultist people who presumably are trying to sacrifice her. And she's got her gold tiara back, which is good because she's a princess and princesses need gold tiaras. Princesses cannot have silver tiaras, that's ridiculous. So it's written by Larry Hama and art is by Joshua Middleton. Wonder Woman doesn't have her powers! So she doesn't have her powers. She's in her, white outfit. So, I think this may have been the part where she was Diana Prince, Agent of Argus. Or whatever they called her. Oh, right, no. She lost her powers because of the dome. Because that got mentioned in last week's Catwoman. Continuity. Bitch. Etta Candy, who... She hasn't appeared, at all in the New 52, I don't think. But, Etta Candy... she's been one of the people who works with Steve Trevor and Diana, and she's her name's Etta Candy. How wonderful is that? It's just, that's the best name. It's so cute. She's joined some weird cult that thinks that angels are going to smash down the dome and set us free. Oh, honey, they won't. They won't. Her and Steve are a thing, and it's so cute. Diana's working as a nurse, which is oh yeah, I forgot that she had nursing abilities. Yeah, huh. They're in, an old abandoned church listening to a woman named Miranda talk about how the angels are going to come down and save everyone from the dome. And then, what happened in the Catwoman one, the dome starts talking, all the cities are going to have to fight, and only one can survive. So, yeah. But sure, let's all keep believing in angels. Ah! And of course Miranda chips in with, "Don't believe this! Satan is deceiving us!" Oh man, I love religious zealots and their amazing power to never be wrong. Diana, basically says that whoever fights to save the city is real, and the angels are just a happy little dream. Miranda calls her a blasphemer and hits her over the head with a stick. Wonder Woman! So, of course, they start screaming about "suffer not a witch to live." But Etta Candy, all is not lost, even though she sort of believes in the cult. She's all, defending Diana and stuff, and that's really sweet. Yay, Etta! The woman who hit Diana with a stick gets punched in the face by Etta. It's funny because, in the DC universe, they've pretty much proved that all the gods that anyone has ever believed in are sort of floating around in some capacity. So whenever people are like, "Oh my god, you believe in the Greek gods, that's blasphemy," it's but she's met them! She's met them! Good lord. Ooh. Okay, so the dome is starting to come down. They can see just a kind of void outside. They'd kind of assumed that the rest of the world was there outside the dome, but obviously it's not. They're sort of transported to this kind of flaming lava world where they can see all the cities, all the other cities under domes, in the distance. Ooh, fighting's gonna have to happen soon. Steve's going in to rescue Diana. No. Steve! It doesn't have the same ring to it as Wonder Woman! I know, maybe we'll give him his own theme tune. Maybe that'll happen in the future. She stole Wonder Woman's tiara! Oh no, you fucking do not! Oh my god. That's just like that. Oh, I hope that she gets hit repeatedly in the face with it. It's a spiky end. Yeah, there's our girl putting the suit back on. Got her powers back. Ah, yeah. Oh, parallel universe, vampire versions of the Joker, Poison Ivy, and Catwoman have killed the cult acolytes. It's interesting. Joker and Poison Ivy look basically just like themselves, but with red eyes and fangs. And Vampire Poison Ivy is wearing Wonder Woman's tiara. I know it's shiny, but really, ladies? But Catwoman has, like, she looks kind of like Nightcrawler. She's blue all over. She's got some orange eyes and fangs and a proper little tail. And really big claws. So yeah, maybe she's not a vampire, maybe she's a werewolf? Werecat? Yeah, she expresses more a desire to eat them rather than suck them dry, so. Etta gets carried off by Vampire Joker, and Steve holds off Vampire Poison Ivy and Catwoman. Wonder Woman goes after Etta, but turns out that the acolytes that they thought were killed have actually been turned into vampires because, that's how vampires work. Stealth soldiers. What do they call them? Like, where they're sleeper agents, but like dead agents. Yeah. He gets a few shots off, but none of them seem to connect, and then it sort of cuts away to Wonder Woman, so we don't know what happened to Steve. But by the time she gets to Etta, she's got the vampire puncture marks, so guess things haven't gone so well for Etta either. What happened to Etta? Joker Etta. Fun. It definitely picked up. At the beginning, I was a bit disappointed because powerless Wonder Woman being a nurse with sort of Steve looking after her. No one reads a Wonder Woman comic for that. But then once it was sort of a bit more explained, she got her powers back, she properly kitted herself out again. It's like, yes! That is what I wanted. Vampires. Love that they're in there. As with Nightwing and Oracle and also Catwoman, there's a little history of Wonder Woman bit at the back of the comic. The sort of definitive past they've laid out for her is so weird. In this reality, the Amazons of Paradise Island were leaving Earth for another dimension where they could renew their powers. Wonder Woman chose to stay, but became completely mortal. So she trained with a blind guy called I Ching. Okay. Ares is Hippolyta's dad. Hippolyta has the power to travel between dimensions. He came to Earth to start a war with... It's baffling. And Steve Trevor dies and then comes back to life, and what? And what? The what? What? I always thought the backstory of Wonder Woman was that she was a trained warrior who accompanied Steve Trevor back to man's world and decided to stay and, try and fix things. I didn't realise it got so weird in the middle. But there we go. Wonder Woman was really very good. It wasn't my favourite iteration of Wonder Woman. I imagine this is a bit before she killed Maxwell Lord, so this is still kind of the goody two-shoes Wonder Woman who's like who likes nursing people back to health and sort of being really nice and sweet and loving, and not the slightly more ruthless warrior Wonder Woman, who I kind of prefer a little bit. But it was still very good. The story's hands were tied a bit by having her powerless and a nurse in the beginning, so it was a bit less exciting. And to start off with, it did look like they were going to have Steve Trevor having to rescue her at every opportunity, which I will admit kind of grated with me a bit. But sticking with the story, it doesn't turn out like that. She gets her powers back and she kicks a lot of ass. I was deadly serious about Unbeatable Squirrel Girl #4. Get that. Okay. So that's that.